I had a mentor who was an estate agent. He didn't mentor me on that. The empty properties that he had that were commercial properties, we'd run a shebeen from them on a weekend, and I'd tend the bar. And his instruction to me was, don't let any man put his hand behind the bar and touch my drink. Now, this was in Crystal Palace Church Road, and there were some men that were very well known in Brixton, Stockwell and Streatham that would frequent these shebeens. So I had to develop a style of dealing with them so as not to offend them, because I didn't really have the capacity to defend the bar. So I had to develop my charm so that I was respected. This is one of the things that I learned, that being in different spaces, you will gain a lot of soft skills that will serve you throughout your life, that you don't necessarily realize that you're picking up along the way, but they serve you well. And what that taught me to do was rub shoulders with the royalty, but go down the numbers all the way to 2. And within that, I used those same skills that I gained, running a shebeen, not letting anybody put their hand behind the bar, to this day. I don't need to challenge someone who's come in conflict with me. I don't know how they woke up. I don't know how they went to bed. I don't know what happened to them along their journey to get to me. And I don't own it. So it's got nothing to do with me. I don't engage my ego. I've come to do what I've come to do. And I convey that to young people. Take your ego out of the equation. So when we see young people today, and we see the proliferation of violence, I've been in those situations. Where I lived in Kennet and Ethelred Estate, I was coming home to the people that young guys are calling ops today. My friends were in New Cross and Peckham. So I'm coming into an area where I live, where these guys are looking at me funny. I have been surrounded by 8 young men, all carrying knives, after Stephen Lawrence was murdered. And just the capacity to keep your powder dry can save your life. Not to capitulate, because that can also get you in trouble. But to be quiet when you're supposed to be quiet, and be a man in the way that you're supposed to be a man, it can save your life. All of these matrix of skills that you come across on the different roads are to be conveyed in succession planning. The reason I set up AdPack is because I find myself at 48 being the man that I desired to meet and mentor me at 18. That man was somebody that could teach me how to conduct myself in rooms. That man was someone who could teach me how to love my children. That man was someone to show me that peer pressure is irrelevant, because when it's all said and done, when you've got nothing, nobody's interested. Everybody loved Jesus while he could turn water into wine. But when he was on the cross, it's Barabbas that they took down. So it's all irrelevant. The biggest lesson I can tell anybody through the course of their life is to get to know you very well. Know what you want, know what you don't want. Understand that what you believe doesn't add up to a hill of beans. What you master is what you know, and what you don't know is when you should listen and learn to take you to the next platform of your journey.